Hello there. So right now we are going to download an editor for us to create HTML websites. But why do we need an editor? So for example, if you're going to create a presentation or document or assignment for your school or for your project, then you're using MS Word or MS PowerPoint or Keynote or Apple Pages, right? Similar to that, when we are creating websites, we have to have a software in order to code and write HTML, CSS and JavaScript. And that is why we need an editor. So if you are already familiar with an editor, then no need to download an editor again. So you can skip this video and start continuing with the basics of web design. But throughout this course, I will be using Visual Studio Code editor, and also you can use Visual Studio Code. But if you are familiar with Sublime Text or NetBeans or Visual Studio or any other editor, of course you can use your own editor. And if you don't have an editor, I'll show you how you can download an editor. So let's go to our browser and you can simply search for Visual Studio Code. You can go into this website, which is code.visualstudio.com. So this editor is from Microsoft, Visual Studio Code. And make sure you go to Visual Studio Code, okay? It is not Visual Studio. There is a Visual Studio, which is another separate software. So using Visual Studio Code, you can code HTML, C#, Python, PHP, C++, Google Go or anything like that. So right now if you are on Windows, then this button will be download for Windows, but because I'm in Mac, this is download for Mac. But if you want to download this for another platform, you can click on this arrow and you can go to macOS, Windows and Linux. You can download the stable versions of these platforms. Okay. So I'll click this download for Mac button, and right now Visual Studio Code is downloaded. It is just 64 megabytes. So I'll meet you after the download so that we can continue and we can learn how we can install this Visual Studio Code.